so many ways that you handle children. Yeah, dear. Especially there has been debates about the way you Ghana from Kuala Lumpur so share the bam bam yetini all of that. But let's get into it. What are some of the things that we are doing as parents, or what are the ways for us to handle children when they come into the world? What are the major things that we need to do to get them growing well?
Yes, so every new mother has a sort of anxiety, or anxiety, let me put it that way. You know, you've gone through the pregnancy, and maybe you had it smooth. Sometimes it's not smooth.
Okay.
And then you eventually get your baby.
I
mean, it's a thing of joy, but for many too, it's traumatic.
Okay.
Because some people could go into depression, what we call afterbirth depression, when that's after they deliver, you get it. And sometimes it's very bad. Sometimes too, you know, maybe for a few months.
Okay.
And you know, when you have your baby, the first thing is feeding. You see, immediately the mother has a child in the hospital, even if it is through CS and I said the kind of operation, you see, say, baby, no, I'm the better, my boso.
Okay.
Yes, to breastfeed, to feel the warmth of the mother. Even if sometimes if the child crying is a premature baby, or sometimes they would let you have the baby before maybe taking to the NICU, that's the intensive care unit. So what I say. And the first thing is immediately after the baby has come, they will tell you to start what? Breastfeeding. You see, so feeding important.
And then, like the first one,
first point of contact. And the first milk your friend colostrum said the nurses are always eager for you to, you know, give it to the baby, because I know my baby, you know, you can say immunity against certain infections, diseases or no yafini yes, milk. Yes, the first one the child gets from the mother. As a yellow kakra, your friend colostrum. So feeding is very important, and the care, the way you hug the baby. Sometimes even when you are pregnant, your catcher will say, sing to the baby listens.
Okay.
The baby hears you, you know. Some people even pray to their children, you see, prophesy to them and all that, you know, the Ghanaian way. So it's necessary, the care you give them, the feeding. And then, the bathing. Akwala wo hona say ye wo no na when breaking
it down. You call bathing, but like because you share what we are doing wrong.
Okay.
There are certain mothers that almost person mo be breastfeed kola ye wo mo almost person be breastfeed is it right?
Oh, it is not right. Medically, it's good saying you breastfeed the child for at least 6 months. Anya krano 3 months. Except in rare cases, maybe the child himself or herself isn't breastfeeding. Akola ena trobin so emani bi wo bi anu funciono emba the breast milk doesn't flow at all. There are some conditions like that. Well, then you add the baby milk or the bottle feed. But then the best thing is say you breastfeed your child, even if it's just for 3 months. So far, if the breast milk is flowing and Aqualani is willing to take it. But say maybe because you want to be in shape, you don't want your breast to sag. Because of that, you don't want to breastfeed the baby. I don't think it is right.
So that is wrong.
It's wrong because before you got pregnant, you should have known, say, I have to breastfeed my child.
And if one person breastfeed, don't give birth.
Well, I wouldn't say don't give birth, but say obia it's choices. But then the best thing is breastfeeding, at least for some months or for a few months. Let me put it that way. So far, I say there's no any medical condition be a kwalano and now say yes. So breastfeeding is the best.
Okay.
Irrespective of your body type or whatever. Breastfeeding is the best.
You have to breastfeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Inti after breastfeeding, then we go to the handling of the child. I think that is where we have a lot of people talking about our methods as Africans or Ghanaians precisely against the methods our Europeans use for Mbano. So what are the practices and say any?
Yeah, so for those practices, some I think culture beyond I've lived in Nigeria before, and you see they bat the baby with herbs.
Okay.
I think even here it is done too. Yeah, you see, if there's no medical condition affecting the child or worrying the child, and it's just for the bathing, fine, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
But then sometimes the concoctions, the herbs we give the child, you get it, especially when you don't know the amount in milligram or in grams of what you are giving the child of the herbs. I'm not saying herbal medicine because we have, we have.
But what kind about your friends, the quantity?
Yes, because that's where maybe it could be overdose for the child. Unim, wafa teaspoon now maybe awa makwalano some herbs be nunu maybe a nunum your friend nunum say no you just grind it and give the child to drink without knowing the exact quantity you are supposed to measure. I think that could be dangerous in some cases. You get it. So I think we have to be careful with that.
Okay, mami so far sana no wechima kwechi is it advisable? Is it a practice that
yeah. So now for this so for this what's a massage krano? The normal obroni massage, they can do this, but don't do it vigorously. Say ebema akwalano, ebeya neya anase obesu. Sometimes this is soothing. Do you know that? Because when you are tired and the hot water is used maybe to massage you, and then you put on maybe the mentholatum and all that, it's soothing. Sometimes you get it. Maybe the child, it makes the child to even sleep well.
Okay.
You get it. But don't let us do it in such a way that akwalano would be affected health-wise, you see.
The way your friends saying, before, like different ways, and I heard the way I brought on to say,
no, wipe. Sabe, akwala de say, Jarin, ye, Africans.
Okay.
Well, the friend body odor, no. When Jerry akwala ye from Nkwala Brema, when the baby is not bathed well from birth, there could be some signs of body odor.
Body odor,
oh yeah, but sometimes too it is hygiene.
Okay.
We have. I said, do you get it? Even the wiping, you can do it with some, mild soap and wipe. Then you see, she wiped, but you can see that she's washing the hair.
But wait, the way I was, why you towel, no, and then they were all raw. Would you towel no go more enough? Would you
nitinu to shaping it? Well, a bit more, no. But then for the shape, no, I feel said we should leave it like that. A Calabian shape of a tira or the beba, even if you mold it, crana. I wouldn't need to in one direction. It's still, I mean, if it side the shape of Benyano, shape of Benyano, I don't think it has any effect. But then, what I can just say, the warm water could be soothing to the child.
But on say tiny fragile.
Yeah, yes, very fragile. Yeah, it's you see, there's a core inside. Umiana
as yes. In Siona, in Susiani, the goo akola pimpim, as to conco, no more to crabia with them. Is it a right thing for us to do? Are we not, your friends, and damaging your friends?
Damaging them. Yeah. Oh, well, I wouldn't say it's damaging totally, but when the water is too hot, it is dangerous. Oof. That is the fact. I mean, we all know that. So if it's warm water, they are good. I mean, it's our practices, and it's not as if say it's having any effect. Be our kwalani. So, but in since you share, too hot. That is it. Mild water. even with the towel crown, just mild water, how the towel ni boom. Now where you suit.
Chemicals are ye ho quality muni idea.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through with that? Some of the way are you using?
Yeah. So that's why we have the baby products.
Okay.
And even then, with the baby products, you can see that some certain baby products have been recalled off the market.
Okay.
But it's just that here in Ghana or in Africa, we always don't hear of that. But you see, say in the outside Europe or some other places, you hear say maybe Johnson & Johnson products have been recalled because maybe they found traces of some chemicals that is not good for a child. You get it? So that's why you have to buy baby products for the child.
Okay.
Don't use the soap you are using as an adult when you have your baby. You don't use the your imperial leather or whatever. Just get a baby soap and use it, because the chemicals in that one, even if not a ikra, they are mild and good for the baby. It's not in excess. It's a concentration, high, and the baby skin is delicate and mild. So it's the soap doesn't have to be so harsh or well. I see a baby product for the child.
Okay. And you can about the nasal congestion. Like, how do we treat that?
Yeah, so now there are nasal drops that you drop in the nose of the child, and if there are blocks, when you have some blocks, are like maybe the child can't breathe. The phlegms it can make it come out, and then you wipe.
But we've seen mothers, Manita, sorry to go because I want to get it because of time. Almost suck it. Is it good?
No. For that, it's not good, though it's a home remedy. But then with the way a newborn baby is, and with even like with the corona, you see, you put in your mouth to the baby's nose and then sucking it.
This is how they do it.
This is how it should be. This is how it should be. Yeah, this is how it should be. But your mouth directly need in times like this to say corona abeye wo ho and say yes sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But not everybody can afford the sanction.
Your friend is saying this is bentua.
Yeah, this is just like the bentua. This is just like the bentua. But the mouth is wider than the bentua.
So we be saying
we can something like this.
But you know now just saw akwala
no don't care no dey injure because they say they are empaba corona crowd. Na ebi awo maame na ebi awo obi ana kyese wo de fi akwala ne hwene na kyese wo nso
ana we bi me kai pan na use your friends and tissue ni ade no won say omoka I don't know how the word use him no omo movie.
Yeah, that is why you need the nasal drops.
Okay,
it makes it easy for the phlegm not to come out or the mucus na block on the nose not to come out. And akwalane doesn't need to force him na the child too no ebia ontimi nye you see the nasal drops are important, and then the sanction bulbs and also important. So on this one easy for the child, and if assuming this is not even available, the nasal drops would help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what about concussion the your friend is saying African children you were saying some of the we need to talk about the quantity your friend is saying chemicals so how do we deal with that if this has become practices in a certain home for hundreds or 200 years
and it's been working for them it's been working for us let me put it that way. So what I would say is that we have the research, the plant research institutions in Ghana here. You get it, and I think this helps. They've seen the mothers using or our grandmothers using. They could do more research on them and know that maybe this particular plant, maybe the nunum. I don't know the English name. Me not sure of it. Well, maybe we use quantity where this is what it would do. Do you get my point?
Right.
Even for constipation, we use the enema. Say maybe use this amount of ginger or pepper or whatever, and no will help. So more research into the herbal medicines would help us. The leaves, the tree barks, the barks of the tree, even the neem tree, even with the corona, you see people were drinking boiling the neem tree and drinking, but we didn't know the quantity. And the plant research na Ghana hano, our employer say almost more ejuma on that, and then let the people know about these things. You get it? Yeah.
Okay. Now, before I get into some of the messages that are coming, babies that are held upside down, you saw my 90 is it a good practice for us to do?
Oh no, because what if you turn the baby upside down and then maybe
to say was it like doctor na
but because I know nothing on my one and a doctor no and so honum, but when you are home and you yourself you are turning the baby upside down and all that, what if a diano kofani trim and all that? You get the point.
Like first, without food in your stomach.
Without food in the stomach and all that. Even the doctor could beat the child, hit the child on the buttocks or the midwife or whatever, you see, for the baby to cry and all that. Because the cry is the most important thing anyway, you see. But that's what they are playing. But you see, some place could be risky for a baby, you see. And let's be careful of all these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me, I think more scam. Let me get into this. Mami Pokua, I'll say hi, good morning. I'm enjoying your show. My pregnant mom always eats this kind of white clay called chile. And when she gave birth, the child's face was covered with chile. I want her to advise people about that. Thank you. I'll say. That's my Pokua.
For me, I've seen people buying that. I don't know the name of it. It's I think it's clay, and it's fried. Yeah, it's clay that's fried or something like that. I'm not too sure, but I mean, I don't think you should consume that. But I heard the pregnant women. That's what in Ghana that's what I know. I hear or I've heard that's what they eat. For me, I don't think you should be eating sand, because I mean. What if it doesn't digest in you?
Okay, but so
you could maybe buy a gum and chew, or maybe a tom-tom or a minty toffee rather than eating fried sand or fried clay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think but you see, without it, no, they can't go through their pregnancy.
So it's advisable that
they stop. Maybe use a gum. If you're nauseating, chew a gum, some other, maybe a cracker biscuit, you see. But the eating of sand there, I don't think it's good.
It's a no-go area.
No. Okay. What if it's harmful to the baby? Just like I said, you don't even know what is in the sand you're eating. You don't know so why? What if the
sand market?
But you know the components. What if there are traces of maybe, chemicals that are not good for your system? So maybe there are small, some chemicals, maybe small trace of it could harm you. So maybe what if there are some traces?
So what would be the next one that you advise, practice that you advise that we don't do, aside that concussion?
Oh, yes. Now, like a child that be a bloated stomach, Tammy, if you are home and you see that in a newborn, in your neonatal, if 1 or 2 days you give the gripe water and you see the condition is not improving now, you just go to the hospital. That's why you have the for the first few weeks, you still use the postnatal unit. You just go there. Your insurance or the NHIS of the mother covers the child as at that period. Until you going to the hospital is free. You get it. Until I would advise that whenever you try a home remedy for a day or 2 and there's no improvement, please go to the bloated stomach. And you see some veins on it. It's not normal. See that kind of thing. They see a hospital. And then a child that sometimes you see that maybe you see some their friend pino. You see it coming out of the child's eye. Often, maybe it's an infection. So when you go to the postnatal unit, baby, where you had the baby, if it's something, the pediatrician or the eye doctor, they would direct you on what to do. You get it? So I think whatever it is, because some women put the breast milk and put in the eye of the baby, to clear some infections.
Is it advisable?
For me, I wouldn't say it's advisable, but it's been working for us. Just like I'm saying, we are Africans, you see, and that's what I would just say is if you try that for a day too, and you don't see any.
But even before you try it, that's what I'm saying.
It's not advisable for me. It's not advisable. It's not advisable for me. I would say for me, it is not. But we've been doing it. Do you get my point? We've been doing it. Oh, you get my point? Yeah, we've been doing it.
All right. Now, this one is saying from Janet. I see a friend is saying, at what age should you feed the child with solid?
Okay, so gradually from 6 months, gradually you add in the maybe the pap or the cereals, and every cereal has the age written on it. So gradually you start feeding them with that. Maybe you boil an egg, you remove the yolk and mash it, and give a little to the child at a time. The pap too, you could add your milk and some other, you could blend banana and maybe a mango, a little at a time, give a few spoons and give to the child. But not that once at a time, no, you give the child so much to eat. It's just gradually. So gradually, by the time the child gets to 7-8 months, maybe when you are eating your fufu, you could dip a hand into the soup and put on his or her tongue.
But most of the instances we see say mama for no more fufu no more tin akola bia wa about 2 months na no more
there be 2 months akola there say no there no there enye ontimi nya digestion ontimi nya digestion oh yeah say bia aduane yeah that's the food the mother has you see. But it's not advisable because of indigestion. The intestines of the baby is fragile. It's not like ours are, that's seen a lot of, we've grown with it for a lot of years, but internationally, careful. We can't give fufu to a 2 months or a 3 months old baby.
Oh, okay. This is Anita Bakon. Was Anita Bakon? Was it Bakon? I say my uncle burns incense in the house.
Okay.
Is it advisable for a child? With him, if I said 3 months to be in a house where it's incense that are being burned.
Oh well, if for me, the child may react and you wouldn't know. So what if the child is asthmatic and you didn't even know? That could, have an effect on the child.
Okay.
So incense burning, even the room freshness. When there's a baby, I don't think you need a room freshener. The best thing is cross ventilation. Open the windows, sweep your environment, and keep the place clean. Because incense now, you don't know what could happen to the child if the child inhales it. Because maybe the child has some lung issues or whatever. You don't even know. That's a newborn baby, you see. Okay. So it's not advisable for me. It is not. Use, the natural air, Open your windows, open your doors, clean your environment, let there be fresh air coming in. And I think that's good for the baby.
Yeah, it's not even advisable to have a child in an air condition.
Well, air condition, once I akwala no wahye no, ebia se heat wo dem na so no kakra na odum na good. But say in a baby in a room, then the air condition is on continually. No. For that, no. Even the fan.
Okay.
Even the fan, no.
Is a no. All right, now your friend is saying, Florence is saying, good morning, Max TV. My baby is almost 10 months. Can I add a little sugar to his food?
Oh, yes, you can. You can. A little sugar to his food with the milk, because even milk too, has some sweetness in it. With the milk,
she's been advised that she can't even add little sugar to it.
Why? Oh, except say, maybe the doctor told you so, say, may add any sugar to it. But if cocoa, the child is not taking the pap, because say, you can add a little sugar. But the milk is important because the growing child needs milk, calcium and the rest of magnesium and the rest of them. So you have to add milk to it. You don't just give raw pap or cocoa, auza cocoa to akwalana say or no without any added nutrients. That's not a balanced diet.
Well, okay.
Into your obetime the sugar kakra, even maybe brown sugar, if not white sugar, obetime the brown sugar kakra afra ama akwalano.
Okay. Now, Angie say, hello, good morning. Please, there is skin rashes all over my baby's body. When it goes, it comes back again. Please, what should I do?
Yes, so please see a dermatologist when you go to any
dermatologist.
Okay, and on skin, skin.
Okay.
Because there's something happening to the baby within him or her now that's showing you the signs of the rashes. No, there are normal heat rashes, which when you use the what we call dusting powder, no, it goes off, or the talc powder, it would go, it would dry off. But when you see this incessant continuous rashes on your skin or on your baby's skin, even the diaper rash. You see, when you remove when you remove the diaper, if it's not a cotton diaper, you will see maybe there are some rashes there. If it's not improving, when you use the shea butter or any other home treatment, just go to the clinic so that you'll be directed to the dermatologist.
All right, Mami, wait, quickly say hi. I am Millicent. I am 5 months. Millicent, says, can I breastfeed my 10 months baby as well? Baby already 10 months.
Oh yes, breastfeeding. Those days our grandmothers breastfed the children or breastfed us for 2 years, some for 3 years.
Okay.
I knew of a woman that did that for 3 years.
Wow.
I was like, wow, the baby is sucking your blood. But 10 months, the child is still, okay, to be fair, because maybe as at 10 months, the baby has not even, started walking. You get it. So it's still necessary to breastfeed the child. Except, say, you're a working mother and you don't have the time.
Oh, okay. Now, this one, the baby mama, because your time. So I see, please, your friends saying, is it advisable to feed our baby with blended fruits at 6 months? Blended one. And this one said, my 3-year-old baby snores too much. What can be done about it? I have changed his posture severely.
So the first one is the fruit. I mentioned it earlier. Say banana, pineapple or apple, a little at a time. You can blend it a little at a time and give some, maybe 5 spoons and maybe 6 spoons, and see how the baby reacts. Then gradually you increase it. But you say too much of it, because you're just starting, giving the child that, you get it. And then with the child snoring, I think the best thing is to see a doctor, because if you've changed the sleeping position, maybe to the side, you turn the baby, maybe you make the baby to sleep flat, on the tummy, and still the baby is snoring. I think, why not go see a doctor and let them check the lungs or the airway system of the baby? Yeah, that would be the best thing.
I'll plead that we continue this tomorrow. Messages said by Edos and Siswinti on San County, Mr. Fetchemi. But game real soon. Ubi Kase Neba NDD, like woman BBR on fat near there. It's heartbreaking. Your last advice, what should they do, Pacho?
Pacho, on dear Dianecra.
Yes, it's serial crump.
Yes, nutrition department will facility be intino onkoho no omuhu de ombeye ama akwalano.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. And then okay, can I say something else? Okay. Then the census is coming up, so let all the general public be aware of it, because I'm part of the team too. So we are trying to create awareness.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be counting everybody in Ghana.
But you're coming back tomorrow on the show for us to address more of that. Intimacy. So wow, when most sending messages, Niniano, she'll be here tomorrow to address most of them. Thank you so much for making time with me, Alex Kwesi Krasi on Max Morning, also Anita, and also Amanova. Thank you so much for coming through. And baby, that probably will be an one more time. All right, with that said, take care of yourself. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Max Morning. Have a good Monday. Bye-bye.